From the secret vices football clubs do, such as having secret transfer clauses bigger than the player's transfer fee, to the crazy tricks football players do to win, like Neymar's banned penalty trick, a lot more will be unveiled in this video. Number 1. Secret training grounds. Other than signing underage players, here are some of the secrets big clubs use to remain at the top, like Manchester City analyzing their players' sweat. Sweat? That's right, the most hated side effect of exercise. Partnered with the Sports Science Institute GSSI since 2017, the 4-time consecutive Premier League winners monitor the sodium level and sweat rate of each player. This cutting-edge tech helps City players' nutrition and hydration. Same as Real Madrid deploying free kick robots to prepare for set pieces, where the height of the mannequins could mimic the opposing team's defender. What about the missile tracking technology system Arsenal uses to pinpoint a player's position 25 times a second in and out of position? Anything for the win, you'd say, right? Number 2. Pre-match rituals. Then this shouldn't come as a surprise when certain players, I'm talking about the who's and who's in football, have some absurd routine they need to do before they get the game started. Dutch football legend Johan Cruyff was notorious for slapping his team's goalkeeper Gert Balls on the stomach and spitting his chewing gum towards the opposition goal, only for him to forget to chew gum in the 1969 European Cup final, and Ajax was trashed 4-1. It seemed like a joke, but players are addicted to their rituals just the same way they believe they have an advantage when they play on their turf. Number 3. The 12th man effect. This is not a myth. Like it or not, football clubs design their stadiums to amplify the sound of their fans. Clubs like Tottenham are trying to replicate Borussia Dortmund's famous yellow wall and Liverpool's Kop by using a single large Kop. Also, the biggest stadiums in Europe, like the Camp Nou in Bernabeu, have steep sides so the sound from the crowd does not escape out the top. The same way the roof of the Turk Telekom Arena of Galatasaray and their 52,000-plus fans created one of the loudest crowds in a sports stadium. Stadium design can significantly impact a team's performance. Clubs like Borussia Dortmund have their stands designed to maximize crowd noise, giving the home team a psychological edge, often referred to as the 12th man. More often than not, these stadiums have become a fortress for teams and a source of joy for fans. Number 4. The curse of the Ballon d'Or. This wouldn't be said in the case of the Ballon d'Or for all players that have won it. The most prestigious football award has become the most superstitious. There is a Ballon d'Or curse that any football who won a Ballon d'Or the previous year would not win the World Cup the next year. Players like Johan Cruyff, Roberto Baggio, and Ronaldo de Lima came close in the final but lost. The 2022 Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema had the worst of the curses. After winning both La Liga and the Champions League and finishing as the top scorer in both, the French international was ruled out of the 2022 Qatar World Cup, becoming the first Ballon d'Or player not to play in the World Cup since English forward Kevin Keegan in 1978. But before I show you some hidden leagues, clubs, and derbies, like and subscribe to the channel as there's more football underrated secrets to be unfolded. Number 5. Player insurance policies. Such as, if you can insure your car or your company, why players can't insure their money-making machine, their legs? Well, for goalkeepers, their hands. The most expensive of them all is the €750 million insurance policy slammed on Lionel Messi's left foot. Talk about star power. Real Madrid, on the other hand, spent at the time a world record fee of £80 million to get Cristiano Ronaldo, and went one better by insuring Ronaldo's leg for £90 million. Number 6. The secret transfer clauses. You wouldn't imagine what football clubs would do to get the best from their star players. The Anfield Giants offered a £150,000 bonus for every 5 games Balotelli played, an extra £5,000 for every goal scored, and close to £500,000 if he was the Premier League top scorer. He turned out to be one of the worst signings for the Reds, but for Kun Agüero, Atletico Madrid received €250,000 for every 15 goals he scored and another €250,000 for every 25 games he played. Number 7. Unseen penalty tricks. Another secret players are hiding from their fans is how they gain an advantage by taking nerve-wracking penalties. Some have mastered the art of taking penalty shots as hard as possible, while some players are so cool at the moment that they go for the spectacular panenka. But Neymar's penalty technique was seen as unfair to goalkeepers and banned by FIFA. Then, Bruno Fernandes and Jorginho tweaked it to a jumping technique. Who knows how long before this will be banned? Number 8. The Underground Derby. No matter the rules, what you cannot take from football fans is their passion for the game. When you talk about fierce rivalries, the El Clasico, the Argentinian Super Clasico, and the Intercontinental Derby top the list. But there are even far more fierce derbies in the lower leagues. Derbies like Egypt's Al Ahly and Zamalek, whose rivalry has led to so many clashes between their fans of either side and once led to the cancellation of the 1971-1972 season. Every derby match draws more than 50 million views, which is half of the population of the country. Number 9. The Forgotten Leagues. When you talk about leagues under the radar, you should check out the Japan League. The average attendance of a J1 League match is a little shy of 19,000. That's only 10,000 fewer than La Liga's average. Also, 9 top sides in Japan's first division have a higher average attendance than La Liga's Villarreal. Not forgetting that the J1 League is one of the most competitive in world's football, having 11 different winners since its creation. For the contest, the Premier League was formed the same year but has only had 7 different league winners. Time to add J1 League to your list. Number 10. The Ghost Goals. Before goal line technology and VAR, a lot of ghost goals had triggered various decade-long controversies over the years, even leading to the first statue being built by the referee that was called the most infamous ghost goal between England and West Germany. In extra time of the July 1966 World Cup final, Geoff Hurst fired a ferocious shot that bounced off the inside post bar, steering England to lift the cup.
And here's the 3.
But when you think ghost goals have ended, La Liga's incompetence to get the goal line tech stopped Barcelona from getting a goal against Real Madrid in the latest El Clasico. But nothing beats incompetence when some football players take it to a different level. Number 11. The Ghost Teams. Before that, there are some big clubs whose incompetence has led to their dissolution. A popular Italian Serie A club, FC Parma, is a prime example. Parma experienced a dramatic rise to the pinnacle of Italian and European football, lifting 8 trophies between 1992 and 2002 and achieving their best ever league finish of second place in the 96-97 season. The club that lifted the UEFA Cup, won European Super Cup, and won UEFA Cup Winners' Cup filed for bankruptcy in 2015 after racking up debt of approximately 220 million euros. Now, a Phoenix club was established called Parma Calcio 1913 and currently competes in the Serie B, the second tier of Italian football. Number 12. The Unwritten Rules. Mesut Ozil, Mario Balotelli, and Robin van Persie took their incompetence to another level when they decided to break the unwritten rule of swapping shirts at the end of the match. So, instead of doing this ritual at the end of the match, they caused a head-shaking disapproval from pundits and fans for their premature gesture. Balotelli's coach told the media in not so many words that he will deal with Balotelli after he swapped shirts with Real Madrid's Pepe, trailing 3-0 at halftime. Number 13. The Psychological Warfare. Another unwritten rule is the psychological warfare players and coaches engage in to throw the other team off their game. But sometimes it could be too much. Aston Villa goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez is known for disrupting players' rhythms before they take the penalty. He did so many things that caused Argentina's victory. A month after the World Cup, the rules were changed. Any disruption to throw the penalty taker off their game will be frowned upon. From talking to them to controversial celebrations if a penalty is missed, all will be frowned upon by the referee. Number 14. The Controversial Celebrations. Speaking of celebrations, this football player's celebration cost him his career. Yes, you heard that right. Former France forward Nicolas Anelka caused a stir in 2013 after making an inverted Nazi salute after scoring in a match that ended in a draw between West Brom and West Ham. Nicolas defended his action by saying that he performed the inverted Nazi salute called the Quenelle in support of his friend comedian Dieudonné Mabala and didn't have any intention to cause offense. His celebration led to West Brom losing its sponsorship with Zoopla, whose co-owner was Alex Chesterman, a Jewish businessman. For Anelka, he was banned for 5 matches and fined £80,000 for his canal gesture. Then West Brom sacked him. The striker would eventually run down his career in the Indian Super League. Number 15. The Influence of Astrology. This could be the most shocking thing about football you've heard today, but it's true. Anything for the win. astrologers became members of the selection team for India in 2022 when India coach Igor Stimac enlisted the services of astrologer Bhupesh Sharma to select the starting 11 for 4 matches in the Asia Cup qualifier. Although Igor Stimac has been one of the best coaches India has had for a long time, all the players in the matches against Cambodia, Afghanistan, Hong Kong, and Jordan were from astrology. No tactics were intended. Conclusion: you don't need an astrologer to tell you to click on the next video because this will take you down memory lane.